Hello, fellow pirates. Welcome back to Dreadlock Gaming. I know it's been a few days since I made a video. I was out of town for the weekend helping a friend of mine move. I'm now back, rested up. I'm very sore, but got him and his wife moved. It was good seeing him again. I also want to thank him for the belated birthday gift. Thank you very much, Pirate Potter, for the new microphone. I will be getting that installed and set up as soon as I possibly can. Hopefully that will improve my voice quality in the videos. I also want to thank Floyd AC for a mention in a video that he did recently. I appreciate the mention, and whoever it was that was talking to him in game that mentioned both he and I, we appreciate the shout out in game. Now let's get down to what we're going to go over today. I recently saw a video and a few fellow Banished Souls members were talking about the video that they saw and had given this build a try. Well, I had been thinking about it since before the season started. I just hadn't gotten to doing it. A flooding sloop build. Now, I'm not sure if this is exactly like the one that the video they were talking about was built, but this is my build, and hopefully we're going to get to go and test it out. In a hostile takeover situation. But let's get down to the video, or let's get down to the build and see what we can do. We've got about 3 or 4 minutes before we'll have a hostile takeover pop up, and we'll see if somebody jumps into one, and we'll get to it. Alright. Now, let's go over the build. First off, it is going to be a sloop. And reason it's going to be a sloop is it is a DPS. I know the sloop is explosive, and the weapons we use do have explosion on them. Plus you have Ruin, which decreases enemies' damage by 10%. You also have Heavy Arsenal, which increases your broadside weapon damage by 50%. That comes into play big time whenever using the sloop. Now, let's look at the weapons that we're going to be using. We are going to be using, obviously, the new 1,000 Years Monsoon. And we are looking for the Deluge, which you can deal 2,500 severe damage, 15% chance. Once they are flooded, it increases to a 30% chance. Flooding 2 for the 20% of damage is flooding. And the explosive, which since the sloop is an explosive, that you want to use something that has explosive capabilities. So you have explosive 1 on there. We're going to use those all the way around. Now, the Crouching Tiger is what we're going to use for the auxiliary. And the reason we use the Crouching Tiger over the Warhammers are still great. But whenever it comes to PvP especially, the Crouching Tiger instantly puts taunt on a target. Plus it's explosive, so you get the explosive perk on that. But whenever you place taunt on somebody, it reduces the damage they deal by 50%. So for 30 seconds that they'll have taunt on them, unless they cleanse it with a kit, with a refurb kit, or I'm drawing a blank, restoration kit, then they're doing 50% less damage for at least 30 seconds. And the armor we're going to use is the Black Prince. This is a Black Prince rigging station build. I pretty much stick to Black Prince and rigging station if I'm doing PvP at all. Furniture, we've got obviously the rigging station. We're going to go with Bombard Minosaur for that 10% bombard damage. Bombard Works for that 19% more secondary damage, which with the monsoons it's going to be flooding and explosive. We're going to use the Density Furnace, which increases the charge rate by 8% and increases the duration by 8%. We're going to go with the Lead Kettle, which increases duration by 10%, so that's 18% longer duration of flooding. Because you want that flooding to last as long as you can. That way, you get that 30% chance to always do that extra critical damage. And for defensive, we're just going simple. What people are using currently in game is all over the board. You could have people using flooding. You could have people using fire. You could have people using lightning. It's all over the place right now. So you use one that pretty much covers everything. It's for the most part anything that's AOE, 50% less, reduces incoming burning charge by 7%, and you get 3% more whole health. Now, I mean, you could say give up the Lead Kettle and go with a Spirit Locker, or you could go with something like, if you wanted more AoE and reduced reload, the Shell Packing Station would not be bad. But if you play it right and know how to rotate at the corner from front to side or from rear to side and back and forth, then your reload time is extremely minimal. You could go with something like beam support for more whole health, more armor. If you really, I'm not real sure. I have Freeman's Embrace. I'm not sure where I would use that, but you could also, I mean, you could, for that last piece, you could go, or if you wanted to change out Lead Kettle, you could go with Spirit Locker, Leather Fashioning Station, Raised Quarterdeck. It's all up to you. Raised Quarterdeck wouldn't be bad because flooding is pretty popular right now, so that would reduce the severe damage incoming because you wouldn't get flooded as easy. But we're sticking with simple because this thing's going to have a pretty fast time to kill. Now, let's check and see what we have. We've got 3 minutes till they start. We've got one there that we could go after. And I think we're going to go after that one. We're going to wait until it starts before we hop into it. Give them a minute to get going. So let's go over where you can get everything. Your 1,000 Years Monsoons are black market items for Sovereign. I think they're 350 a piece as far as Sovereign goes. Your Crouching Tiger is also Sovereign. It's either 400 or 450. Your Black Prince, the only way that you can currently get it in game, there is a small chance that you can get it from a purple or a legendary map from Cutthroat Cargo. And you can get it from legacy chests, unless you trade somebody for it, which legacy chests are 10,000 pieces of 8. Rigging Station is the same thing as a Black Prince. Purple or legendary treasure map or the legacy chest. Now both of those may come up to where you could purchase them from Blackwood or from the black market for either jade or pieces of 8. Bombardment you can craft it. Companier screens, white Aria chest from the twins. Density furnace, you can craft it. It's a blueprint you can get from Rama. The Bombard Works and the lead kettle you can get from the Carpenter. They're season 1 regular pieces of furniture. So that about covers everything. Now let's see if that's still just the only one that I can go fight, or if there's somebody else. It starts in a minute. Looks like he may be the only one that we can go fight. Okay. Now, we have a reset tomorrow. I will be doing a couple of builds tomorrow after I do some dragon fights. I will be doing some new lightning builds because we'll be able to get a hold of the 1,000 years or the Heavens Mandate. Also, more storyline comes out tomorrow. If I'm not mistaken, we'll either get a Phoenix Crest from the storyline or we'll get a blueprint so we can craft the Phoenix Crest armor. It is a very good armor, especially for tank builds. Not sure what else is coming. I know we're getting a store reset for Blackwood and for the black market, so we'll have the rotating stock will change tomorrow. There will be a change in the money store as far as cosmetics go and whatnot. I'm really looking forward to seeing what comes out with that, because there were a couple of cosmetics on the test servers that were pretty cool. But don't know. Oh, I also want to mention next week I will be starting early access on a new game, and I will figure out if I'm wanting to do content for it. It's going to be Space Marines 2, Warhammer 40k, Space Marines 2. It plays similar to Helldivers. It has a campaign mode, and then it plays in a 3-party group similar to Helldivers. I'm going to check it out with some early access and get a feel for it, and then I might do some content for it. Now, let's go see if we can fight somebody with this build. Yep, let's jump right on over there. Wait. Yes. doing no damage to him. This is odd. Why am I doing no damage to him? Dive bomb. And he is on a console. Oh, I'm doing damage to him now. Unless he had the immortal one on. Doubt it. Because I didn't see a bubble and it would have said immune. But we'll figure it out. Oh, he won. But, as you can see, it does a lot of severe damage. Just from dying once and all the severe damage, he only has about 30% health left. I wasn't worried about winning the territory. I already own the territory. I own all of them. I just wanted to show off the build, what it can do. Him not taking damage was a little weird. His name disappeared at the same time. Not sure if that's a bug or if it was the immortal ship armor. I can't tell what ship armor he's using currently. He is using Black Prince armor. That had to have been some kind of I'm not sure. But it was weird. I'll do some digging to see if I can find some stuff. This build is it's a phenomenal build. I went and tried it out before. I never healed once, and he only took me down to half health. Of course, he wasn't really attacking me a whole lot, but give it a try. It's a pretty good build. It does a significant amount of damage. I think it does better damage than a Fire Bombard build on the Sloop or a Dardanelles build on the Sloop. Let me know what you think in the comments. Again, I'm going to be testing out a new game, Space Marines 2. Early access is on Thursday. Thanks for watching Dreadlock Gaming. Keep an eye out for more Skull and Bones videos, and possibly soon Space Marines 2 videos. Hit that like and subscribe to the channel. Also check out Bandit Souls Official on YouTube. Come and join us on Bandit Souls Discord. Links are below. And remember, never give up the ship.